Just wanted to make a quick video. I have a 18i8 first generation, I believe, right here torn apart because I thought it was broken, and hopefully I can save you guys some money. So I opened this up because I have a power adapter. Pretty sure this is the original that came with the device because I can't find. I can't find any that have this like interchangeable one. I'm pretty sure that's what came with this one. So it wouldn't turn on one day, and I was like, damn, my interface is broken. And so my first instinct was to check this adapter and see if it was giving 12 volts, to see if it was broken, to see if it was not giving out 12 volts anymore. And pulled it out of the plug, out of the jack, and I measured it, conductor and everything, and 12 volts. And I was like, damn, the unit's broken. I'm going to have to buy another one or something. So mulled over it for like a month. And didn't want to spend $1,000 on another unit, which would have been super awesome, much better. This thing's like almost 10 years old at this point, but I didn't want to spend the money. And so I tore everything apart. Had to go through the struggle. It's not that complicated, but it takes some effort to figure out how to get out of the enclosure. Got it all off, and then I started probing the LM7. What are they? 2672s. LM2672, let me see. Yeah, so there's this website, Khron's Cave. It's a blog post where he tears apart an identical unit, and he says, or they say, that there's a National Semiconductor, which is now Texas Instruments, LM2672 unit. And there's two of them on the backside over here, and I was trying to measure the output to see if one of those were the reason why I wasn't getting output. And then I measured the inputs of those, the voltage in, and I was only getting 3.5 or so volts. And I was like, that's weird. Is there like something stepping down from 12 to 3.5? I backed it up to the capacitors that I think are right here, and those were also reading 3.5. So I was very confused, and I was like, there's nothing else going in. So I decided to measure the input pins on the jack to the power supply. Sorry, from the power supply to the interface. And if you have the switch off, you'll read 12 volts between those inputs. And I switched it on, and I saw 3.5, and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. That's weird. So I wanted to know if I was short-circuiting something in the board. Because nothing was getting hot, nothing looked visibly scorched or anything. So I was wondering, maybe there's a short circuit in one of the chips or something like that. So I wanted to check that. The way I checked that is with this clamp meter, inexpensive Handtech clamp meter. And on my scope, I can see that, according to my scope, I was pulling around 0.1 amps or so, 0.12 amps. And I was like, but the thing is rated for 1 amp. 1250 milliamps. The power supply brick is 1250. So I was like, that doesn't make sense. It's not pulling enough current for it to sag the voltage line from the adapter. So there's nothing, at least as far as I could tell, there's nothing wrong. So I'll pull out my benchtop power supply, set it to 12 volts, plug it in, it pulls half an amp, stays at 12 volts, everything works fine. So now I'm going to put everything back together. And yeah, I hope I saved someone some money, because I had to tear this thing apart to find out that my rails, my power supply plug, was sagging. It's broken. I'm gonna buy another one, but I'd rather spend the 20 or 30 bucks for that plug than to buy another interface. So hope I help someone out.